New poll numbers out today show Tim Walz holding on to his lead in the race for governor. The KSTP Survey USA results show the incumbent up 8 points over Dr. Scott Jensen. That same poll found Republican challenger Jim Schultz leading the race for attorney general. In the poll, Schultz has 49% to Keith Ellison's 42%.
The results from the 2022 election will be rolling in 1 week from tonight. But as we look forward to casting our ballots, we want to take you back more than 100 years to when the 19th Amendment gave women the right to vote. The first woman in the U.S. to cast her ballot did it right here in Minnesota. David Schuman has the story.
White gloves mandatory to handle this piece of American history.
It originally started as a Civil War medical box. It was owned by Dr. Percival Barton, and he was a physician from Inver Grove.
The box, which now belongs to the Dakota County Historical Society, eventually had a hole cut in the top, and voila, a ballot box. A fitting artifact for the county where a major milestone in American politics took place.
South St. Paul has the connection of having the first women in the country to vote after the passage of the 19th Amendment.
The historic amendment gave women the right to vote in 1920. Remarkably, a clip exists of that very first woman, Marguerite Newberg, casting her ballot in South St. Paul, the day after the Secretary of State signed the amendment.
About 90 women woke up early, got in line to register to vote here in South St. Paul, and they were the ones to cast their ballot.
They helped pass a local bond referendum that day. It was a while, though, before Minnesota's women became a substantial voting bloc.
It really took up until the 60s and 70s before women actively started to get involved. The voter turnout was very poor. But since then, Minnesota and all voters, women across the country, have voted in higher rates than men.
Each vote next week will be part of a proud legacy of Minnesotan civic engagement that goes back to Marguerite Newberg and beyond.
There's not anything real special about what it looks like or where it was, but it's the stories that go along with it that kind of make it interesting.
In South St. Paul, David Schuman, WCCO 4 News.
In that first election to allow women, each gender's votes were tracked separately in case the 19th Amendment was invalidated. When it turns out, without the women, that referendum in South St. Paul would not have passed.